Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and into another video. This is my budget with me video. I'm feeling a little strange because I haven't filmed in a couple of weeks. As you guys know, we went on vacation and I've kind of just been recovering from that. I know that vacation is relaxing, and while we're there it is relaxing, but coming back, getting into the swing of things, getting back to our normal routine is sometimes kind of difficult for our family of 5, as you could imagine. But anyway, we are going to just jump right in. I have emptied and calculated. I did like my yearly check on all the funds that I have cash envelope wise in my safe. I've emptied every single one of these envelopes out and just adjusted. Since I haven't budgeted in a couple of weeks, I'm just kind of gonna go ahead and start over. Normally I do my middle of the year budget in July just to make sure everything's on track, but because we are coming back off of vacation and I haven't done anything for a couple of weeks, I just went ahead and did it early. So it's gonna kind of be like, you know, 7 months and 6, but you know, it's whatever. Not 7 months, 7 and 5 months, because I do like a mid-year review and then I do another one at the end of the year before tax season is over. So anyway, point is that we're getting back on track this week. My hours are going back to normal, so I'll be working, you know, 8 to 5:36 every night, so it's going to be quite the adjustment for us this week coming up. I won't work Fridays. I haven't worked Fridays in a long time. I actually stopped working Fridays last year because my oldest son is a junior in high school, was a junior in high school last year, and I took off Fridays because he does live with his dad, and he lives in a different school district than we do, not too far away to where he could come home anytime that he wanted to, but he does live in a different school district. So when we moved here, he didn't want to you know, leave his friends and start a new school or whatever. So he, through the week, is always at his dad's and comes home on the weekends. But that's just because of school. Now that summer's here, he'll be here probably almost all of the summer. He'll go back and forth and do whatever he wants to do because we don't live that far apart. But we are, like I said, anyway, I stopped working Fridays so that I could be able to get to all of his football games and all of his wrestling and all the stuff that he does. I needed those Fridays off, and I'll continue to need those Fridays off because he's a senior coming up this year, and we're so excited and so sad at the same time to see him graduating from high school. I don't know about you guys, but like my senior year was probably like my senior years, there's just something about it. Like I can't hardly go to one of his football games without crying when, you know, you're cheering for them and you got the band in the background. Like it's so nostalgic to me that I get goosebumps and at least tear up at least one time every single game. There's something really amazing about hearing your child's name called over the intercom when they do a touchdown or they do a tackle or a sack or anything like that. There's just something real special about that, so I don't want to miss any of that. If he went to school here, it would be a lot different because we would all be in the same town. But because he does stay at his dad's throughout the week and comes home on the weekends, we just make it work. So anyway, getting back to that, we're gonna start our budget back out. We're going back in, y'all. Baseball's getting ready to start. My oldest son doesn't play baseball, but the younger two do. So we're gonna be getting pumped for baseball starting back up here in our community. We're so pumped. I don't know about where y'all live, but where we live, our city, our town is pretty much open. The only thing that they're not gonna do is open the pool up, which is kind of sad, but y'all, we live in the country. I grew up in the country. We will go to the creeks and the rivers and all that jazz. and we'll just have a good time this summer. Like, we went on vacation already, and it was a fantastic vacation. I probably spent way too much money on vacation. I'm still tallying all of that up. I did want to go ahead and get through my mid-year review before I did that. So anyway, I'm still working on seeing how much money I actually spent, but we're gonna go get into it. Like I said, I don't have any money in any of these envelopes, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with cash envelopes. How are you guys doing in your neck of the woods? I hope everybody is doing okay. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy. I am just, you know, hanging in there. We don't have too many issues going on where I live, but I hope everybody else is, you know, doing the most, staying safe. Okay, so a couple changes that we're gonna do. I'll go through them as we get through here. If you are interested, I do have these cash envelopes. I do make these in my Etsy shop. I have a bunch of them in there right now for sale. So if you're interested in that, you can go and check that link out. It'll take you right to my Etsy store and you can see my cash envelopes. I also have planner supplies there as well. We also have, I don't know if I have this exact one linked, but it's one similar to this one. Of course, now, you know, 2020 is almost halfway over. You may or may not want to hold off on getting one of these if you're interested in that. You can always just get you a notebook and do this. This thing here only cost me like $6, $5 with shipping. I have Amazon Prime, so it's not like it cost me much of anything. That's the only reason why I bought it. But you can simply do, let's see, I don't think I have my June thing filled out yet. So it comes like this. I'll give you a layout of like what the month looks like. In one of these, you do have like your monthly view, which I haven't gone through. Normally I go through here and put all of my bills and everything in there. I do everything that we have bill wise. If you're new here, just know that I have 99% of all my bills just comes directly out of my checking account. I have it set up that way, with the exception of one, and it's because I can't set it up, just because of the policy of the, like our electric bill. I can't set that up as automatic bill pay. But if I could, I would. But normally I go through here, write everything out. Here is your monthly budget where you can do bills paid, income 1, income 2. You can do this by, depending on how you get paid, bi-monthly or monthly. You can set yourself a goal and a budget, and then here you can write out all of your expenses that you might accrue or think you're gonna accrue during the week, and then, or during the month I should say. And then here, this has really helped me. This is a weekly little breakdown. This is whenever I take something out of my cash envelope system, I will put that there so I know where my money's going, my cash money is going. So that way I can decide where I need to make adjustments to week by week or month by month. It just depends on what's going on in the budget. And it gives you a little box for every single day, so you can keep track of what it is you're spending. You can most definitely do this through your checking account. I just use this for my cash envelope system because my monthly budget is pretty much set always the same. It really never changes. And then you get this like blank page for notes. Not every month has this blank page for notes. They have them like weird. Most of the months do have this blank page for notes, but they kind of have them weirdly spread out throughout the book, so I just work with what I got. This month in particular has the little sheet, so you by all means could take this part and change it to fit your cash envelope, one of these two things, which is what I have done several months when there's not this extra page in there. Anyway, they are both linked in there. The cash envelope systems are linked in there, or my cash envelope system. I don't yet do the covers for these, and I don't provide the rings. I will, like I said, I do have the envelopes in there. This is the mini notes. I also make the ones for the skinny notebook. It'll fit in the classic skinny. These envelopes, or these here, will fit in any of the planners because of the rings are the same, except for the memory planner or the big size planner of Happy Planner. I might consider making the covers for these. These would be pretty simple for me to make, so let me know if you're interested. I have had several people ask me to make the covers, but you would still have to purchase the rings. I can't make these plastic rings, obviously. So there's that. I mean, I could go and buy them and create one, like a whole book for you if you wanted to, but that's going to be quite expensive. A set of these little envelopes in my shop are $7. They come in a set of 5. So anyway, if you're interested, there'll be a link. You can go and check it out. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We have groceries. I feel kind of weird. I haven't talked to the camera. I haven't talked to you guys in like 2 weeks. Everything that you have been seeing on my channel has been pre-filmed. I still have like 4 or 5 videos that are coming out that are still pre-filmed from before we went on vacation. So it's kind of awkward. I feel a little bit awkward, but it won't take me no time, girl. I'll get back into it, don't worry. So groceries, we're gonna go ahead and do 100 because if you guys followed along with my budget before we left on vacation, you guys know that I completely cleaned out my house, my pantries, my refrigerator. I didn't want anything to go bad. I was only buying the things that we were gonna make that week or the things that we needed that week. So my house is kind of bare, y'all. So I'm putting $100 in for that, and I had a $100 bill, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that there. Gas is going to get 20. I don't need gas in my car right now, but you guys know the drill with me. I tend to put monies in there to just in case, you know, something comes up and we end up driving and I need more gas than normal. I usually don't go anywhere but inside our little town throughout the week. So, and especially right now with gas being so low, $20 really does fill my, I drive a Dodge Caravan, and it really does fill my gas tank up at least 3/4 of the way, depending on how much gas is left in there. So personal, we're getting back to it, you know, we're getting back to our normal routine of things. I had knocked down my budget way low when the virus came about and everybody was out of work. I was out of work for a while, so I cut my funding down because we still wanted to go on vacation. But now that we're back off vacation, everything's getting back to normal. I am so excited to say that I didn't have to take any money out of my emergency fund whatsoever. My husband still continued to work. And I knew that if I would just restrict our budget a little bit, we could probably get through the time without having to take out any of our emergency savings, which is there for, I have enough money in my emergency savings account that if one of us got laid off of work for some reason, or one of us had to stop working, or both of us together, we could still pay our bills and eat and live and do all that stuff for 3 months. That's how much money I have in there. And I worked really hard not to have to pull money out of there, but the way that I did that was to restrict my budget, and I hadn't given myself any personal money for 2 months, probably close to, but we're going back in. She needs her nails done. I have always been a nail biter. You guys can see I've always been a nail biter. I've done, it's an anxiety thing for me. It's an anxious thing for me. So when I have my nails done, I don't bite them because I can't. And so I'm hoping, you know, to get back into going. I'm not sure if the nail salon here in town is open yet, but when it opens, I'm ready. I'm ready. I need a haircut, all of the things, okay? I need all of the things to go down. School, even though it is only the first part of June, I think that our school is going to be opening in the fall as per usual. So you're going to start seeing me put a little bit of money in here for school supplies. I will, of course, I already have their like back to school clothing budget already accounted for. As a matter of fact, I've already taken shoe money out of that, so I've bought all the kids shoes. And so yeah, all we have to do is wardrobes. And so we're getting back to that. I've been wanting to go to Dollar Tree for a while now, just to see what they have new there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 20 bucks in my Dollar Tree fund. I never put any more than that in there, but I probably won't get to Dollar Tree this week, but hopefully maybe over this next coming up weekend I can get up to Dollar Tree. I just kind of want to see what's new, what's happening up in there. I haven't been in there in, gosh, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, I would imagine. So I want to try to get in there and see what I can see. And if I do end up doing some Dollar Tree, then of course I will post a Dollar Tree haul for you guys if you're interested in that. A lot of people watch Dollar Tree hauls. It used to be my most watched video, and I kind of stopped doing them just because I didn't have the time to go up there. I wasn't seeing anything new, so I kind of took a break for a while. And then the pandemic hit, and then I didn't want to spend the money to go into Dollar Tree, so I haven't been in a while. So we're gonna go and check it out hopefully soon. Car maintenance, we'll get 20. As you guys know, we just got back from vacation, so we're gonna need oil changes and stuff in our vehicles because of that. Clothing, we're gonna put 20 in as well. Now, I know I just talked to you guys about like back to school wardrobes. That is budgetedly different. That is budgeted different than this little clothing cash envelope. This clothing cash envelope happens to just be if you know, one of the boys needs a new pair of swimming trunks, or they need some water shoes, or they need underwear, socks, or something like that, or me or my husband as well. We use this weekly money, so I'm not dipping into their wardrobe money. We do buy our kids new wardrobes twice a year, once in the beginning of the fall when they're going back to school, and then about halfway through the year we'll go back and get like shorts and stuff like that that they might need for summer. But this is just in case anything comes up during the week that we might need, I can pull from this envelope instead of pulling from my budgeted amount that's inside my checking account. Sports, like I said, we're getting back to baseball. Baseball's going to be starting soon, so you're going to see me putting money back into sports, and this is just the extra things that we might need. We do budget for our kids' sports throughout the year. All 3 of my kids play sports, so it is quite expensive, so that covers their fees and their uniforms and things like that. Their cleats and things, but this is just for anything extra if they need to, you know, if we need new water bottles or concessions or gas money to get to wherever we're going. Baseball season here is local, so we won't be traveling for baseball, so I'm only going to be putting $10 in there a week and get a little build up going on that. When it comes to football season, sometimes you'll see me put $20 or $30 into the sports account every week just because we travel for football, whereas for baseball we don't. Miscellaneous will still get 40 as per usual, and I'm gonna try really hard this week to not spend any money as we just got off vacation. But the money's here if we need it, but if we don't need it, I mean, I don't think that we should need anything outside of groceries for a while. We did end up picking up you know, several pairs of shorts for the boys, and because we didn't really want to go to the laundromat because of the virus and stuff, and we were out of state, so we kind of picked up a little bit extra things on the trip that we normally wouldn't have, just because we couldn't do laundry and we were gone for 10 days. So family fun will get $20, and you guys know usually this is for pizza night, but we've eaten out so much while we were on vacation, and we barbecued and ate out and all that stuff, that I don't look for us to be having pizza night. I'm just saying, I don't look for that. And also sometimes family fun, if we don't use that money, we kind of let it build up and take the kids to the water parks or to the pool or something like that. But right now we're not going to the pool, so maybe next weekend we might go down to the river or something and we'll spend that extra 20 bucks there. We'll see. Gifts, since everything's opening back up, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some money into gifts. We do have several birthdays in the month, or through the summer months. We just went to a birthday party yesterday for my nephew Maddox, and it was a good time. So we're getting back into the swing of things here. I think everything around our area is going back to normal. Vacation, we're still putting, I know that we just got off of vacation and we won't plan another vacation until next year. We may end up going on a weekend trip for the little one's birthday. He likes going to hotels. I know that sounds weird, but that's what he likes to do. So he likes going to hotels and spending the night. He thinks that's a really fun time. My kids really don't do birthday parties anymore. They want to go and do something instead. So the little guy's birthday is first, and then the oldest one, they're both in August. One's at the beginning of the month, one's at the end of the month. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep putting money in here just in case we might go on that trip for his birthday. We do set aside birthday money for each of the boys as well, so this is just, you know, extra. And if we don't use it for that, then we will use it for our vacation for next year or another weekend trip or whatever we might need. Buffer will get 20 as well, as per usual, usually always does. And one thing that we're doing different with graduation is that I had been adding $1 each week and doing it like that, but I collectively decided in my brain that it's just gonna be easier for me with the cash situation to just start adding like $20 or $30 or whatever I decide I'm gonna add that week. So graduation is gonna get 20 this week, and we're just gonna go with that. I did start out at the beginning of this budget series where I would add $1, the next week I'd add 2, the next week I'd add 3, the next week I'd add 4, but I didn't take into consideration all the time that we've been gone, and now it's just all messed up. So we're just gonna start adding whole dollars to that, and that is gonna be for my oldest graduation trip, which he wants to go to Rome. If you are new here, that's where we're going. We have budgeted out already out of our monthly expenses what we set back for our bills. We consider things that we know we're gonna do as a bill, and we budget accordingly for that through our monthly bill money. So we have taken out money for accommodations and also like the airfare and travel expense there. That money that you see me saving up for will be for our spending money, our excursions, our food, stuff like that. And it's just gonna be a mom and son trip, and I'm pretty pumped about it. So the last thing is the $5 challenge envelope. As you guys know, my $5 challenge envelope paid for the majority of all of our extra things that we did on vacation. And I always make a conscious effort to not spend my $5 bills. So these are the $5 bills that I have left over from vacation through spending money or whatever. I did take all of my $5 bills and deposited into my checking account so that we had it there, so I'm not paying with $5 bills everywhere I go. But the money that I saved up in 6 months pretty much paid for all of our extra little things that we did through vacation. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 in here. We're just gonna slide that in there, and I am going to add it here. I always like to put what I'm adding into the $5 challenge envelope, because I find that sometimes my kids get in there and take $5 bills out, and then this way and then I end up being confused about it because I'll forget about it or something like that. So I always like to put in there so I can keep track of kind of what's happening in that $5 challenge envelope. And that's basically it, guys. We are back at it. We are back to normal. I hope your guys' lives are returning to normal. I don't know about you, but it's been a long couple of months. It's been a long couple of months, and I'm glad we got to end that off with some vacation, and now we're getting back to normal once we're back. Pretty pumped about that. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Not sure if I mentioned, my name is Sue if you are new, and if you have any questions or comments, leave it in the description box below. I'm more than happy to help with that. Any questions or comments, let me know. How's your budget doing? You know, let me know what's up. You're getting back to normal, you're living your best life. We certainly are, and I hope everybody else is too. That's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next week for another Budget With Me video. Bye, guys.